Well, Dr. Stephen Greer, it's our third time. Definitely appreciate it, and I appreciate you bringing Tony Ferreira with you.
Well, he's out here helping. He's a great guy. Been with our team for years. And
another person.
We have lots and lots of pilots on our team who are commercial. Yeah. We have American Airlines captain who flies Airbus 321s on our team. We have a lot. And when I go through airports, I get stopped a lot by pilots, and they'll pull me aside, tell me there's account of what happened. There's actually thousands of reported cases.
Yeah.
They don't make their way into the media or into any government reporting system. And a lot of times, when it's a very close encounter, the pilots don't know what to do about how to report it, and they're told don't report it, or they'll report it and it just never makes it up the chain of command.
Tony, did you ever try to report any of your sightings?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Not correct. Because, for one, as a representative of the airline, it's not a subject that you want to be talking about publicly, because it kind of puts you in a position that might not look good for the airline.
So what you're saying is they might think you're crazy and they fire you?
That would be the worst case scenario. They wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say that they would fire me, but it's not something that you would want to really be bringing up.
Could you hand me the book, not the hardcover, the other one? All right, this is a very famous airliner, 747 Heavy, Japan Airlines, flying the polar route from Paris to Tokyo. One of the best, most documented cases in history.
Yes.
This case happened in the 80s, and it was on radar. It was on board.
Yes.
It was on ground military radar. It was on ground FAA radar. And the object was the size of an aircraft carrier, that in one sweep of the radar could go from one direction to 180 degrees over, virtually teleported. Now, this case, that pilot, because it got reported, was put on desk duty by Japan Airlines until a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Haynes, who was with NASA, Ames Research Center, went over to Japan and said, no, this is real. And the guy, there's nothing wrong with him. But they actually penalized that pilot for reporting this. Now, interestingly, if you go into our briefing materials that we've given you, the briefing document anyone can get now, or our archive, you'll see that one of our witnesses is John Callahan, who was the head of investigations and accidents for the FAA. He gave me, and I possess, the original FAA radar and all the digital data of this event. Not a copy. The CIA thought they confiscated the copy. He kept it when he retired, gave it to us, the Disclosure Project. So when I run into people who go, where's the evidence? I said, well, it's not our fault you don't read. It's not our fault you haven't studied the subject matter. So I'm increasingly, look, I'll be 70 in June. I'm sort of done with people who say, there's nothing there. I say, why? Because you're too dumb and lazy to study it? Sorry. But I mean, I'm a little burned out. You can take this part out. But we have all this, right? Who's looking at it? So even when you put it on a silver platter and give it to members of Congress, they don't have time to look at it. And their staffers are so busy running around doing nonsense. So this is where I think a specialized team, special forces, former special forces, under executive order, they'll know where to go. And they will get to the people and to the legal government of the United States all of this under control. We can do it. We know how to do it, where to do it. Now, we'll see what the president does. We'll see what Congress does.
That's how we're going to end it.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to end it.
Yeah.
Let's see what the president does. Dr. Stephen Greer, always a pleasure. Third time.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Great seeing you in person, yeah.
And thank you, Tony, for coming and sharing your story.
Of course, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Thank you.
Until next time. Thank you.